Brother Regent. Brothers, I'm Robert Durham, Muse 1650, University of Georgia, Beta Theta 2804, Auburn University. Let's just say I've got a lot of consecutive Rock Chapter awards. Between my two chapters, we got a lot of Rock Chapter awards and 7 BCS national championships, so let's add that to the mix. Brothers, it's an honor and privilege to relay to the 71st Grand Chapter the Hall of Fame Committee Report. Before we announce this year's inductees, I'd like to first introduce my fellow committee members joining me on the stage here this afternoon. First, we have Brother Don Dinsborn of the Beta Eta Chapter at Indiana University. Brother Dinsborn served as Regent of Sigma Nu from 2004 to 2006, and he was chairman of the Educational Foundation from somewhere right after that, yeah. Last night during the opening ceremonies, there was a regretful omission, and that was that Don's name was left off the presentation to show that he has received Sigma Nu's highest honor. He was inducted into the Hall of Honor in 2014. Also with me here today is Brother Charlie Idle, Epsilon Chapter at Oklahoma State. Charlie served as regent from 2012 to 2014, just after my regency, and Charlie was inducted into this Sigma Nu Hall of Fame in 2008. The Sigma Nu Hall of Fame was established in 1982 by the 50th Grand Chapter, which was held in Snowbird, Utah, a much cooler location than this year. Intended to complement the Hall of Honor Award, the Hall of Fame is awarded during each Grand Chapter year to those alumni, living or dead, who have distinguished themselves in their respective fields, bringing credit to the fraternity. At this time, I'll call upon past Regent Charlie Idle, who will announce our first inductee.
Brother Regent, Charlie Idle, EE 1096, Oklahoma State University. Good afternoon. It's my distinct pleasure to, first of all, I've served on the Hall of Fame committee after I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I guess that would have been cheating if I'd been on that committee. So for the last several years, I've been on this committee, and it's been a complete pleasure and joy to acknowledge many, many brothers that have done a lot of things. But today I'd like to recognize our first of the 3 Hall of Fame inductees for the 71st Grand Chapter. The first inductee is Brother William H. Bill Miller, the 3rd Lambda Chapter, Washington Lee University. Graduating with honors from Washington Lee in 1972 with a degree in economics, Brother Miller served in the U.S. Army from 72 to 75 while serving as a military first lieutenant. Miller received the Army Commendation Medal for meritorious service while assigned in the U.S. Army Security Agency Company. His rank upon leaving was captain. He received, Miller was promoted, Miller pursued studies in philosophy in his PhD program at Johns Hopkins University while partnering in accounting for a local firm. He joined the manufacturer J.E. Baker Company in 1981, serving as the treasurer before joining Legg Mason Capital Management, and served as portfolio manager, then a sole manager of the Legg Mason Capital Management Value Trust. Miller served as director of research for Legg Mason from 1981 until 1985 and assumed overall responsibility for Legg Mason Equity Funds Management Division in 1990. The Legg Mason Capital Managed Value Trust Fund has beat S&P 500 for 15 consecutive years from 1991 through 2005, consistently producing outstanding market-bearing results. In 2018, he founded the Miller Value Partners, serving as chairman and chief investment officer, and retiring in 2023. Brother Miller served as the board of directors of he serves on the board of directors of Johns Hopkins University and the Santa Fe Institute, where he has also made a generous contribution. He received the Distinguished Alumni Award from Washington Lee University in 2012 and was awarded the highest honor, the Washington Award in 2024 for extraordinary acts of philanthropy in support of leadership service to the nation. Listen to this. In October 2024, Miller donated $132 million to his alma mater, Washington Lee University, making it the 10th largest need-blind university gift in the United States. And what that means, I had to ask Brother Herta about this, means anyone that was admitted to Washington Lee that can't afford to go there goes free. That's $132 million goes a long way. Brother Miller was unable to attend. We had hoped he could deliver a lecture, but he couldn't. I would also say that Chip Mason, one of the founders of Legg Mason, is a very close friend of my wife Cindy and I in Naples, Florida. He and his wife ran, and Chip told me to tell Bill if I saw him, congratulations. Thank you.
And now we'll have past Regent, past Chairman Don Dinsmore with our next inductee.
Thank you, Robert. Don Dinsmore, Beta Eta, Indiana University, past Regent. Brothers, the second Hall of Fame inductee for the 71st Grand Chapter is football legend Brother Tommy McDonald, University of Oklahoma. A halfback at OU under the Hall of Fame coach Bud Wilkinson, Tommy McDonald earned All-American honors in 1955 and 1966. During his college career, he never experienced a loss with the Sooners, winning 31 straight games as part of Oklahoma's 47-game run. McDonald scored touchdowns in 20 of 21 games during his junior and senior seasons. And in 1955, he became the first Oklahoma Sooner to score from scrimmage in every game. Brother McDonald was a two-time all-conference selection, was awarded the 1956 Maxwell Award and Sporting News Player of the Year Award. He was also first-team academic all-conference in 1955 and 1956. In 1956, he finished third in the Heisman Trophy voting. Amid rumbling he was too small to play in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles drafted McDonald in the third round in 1957. He played 12 NFL seasons for 5 teams: the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Falcons, and the Browns. He earned 6 Pro Bowl selections and helped the Eagles win the 1960 NFL championship. During his career, he led the league in touchdown receptions twice, in 1958 and 1961, and he also led the league in receiving yards in 1961. When McDonald retired in 1968, he ranked second in league history in touchdown catches and fourth in receiving yards. Hard to imagine. In 1985, he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1998. An interesting fact, Tommy was the last non-kicker to play in the NFL without a face mask. Sadly, Brother McDonald passed away in 2018. Congratulations, Brother McDonald.
Brother Reed. Brothers, I've been part of the Hall of Fame committee since the, what'd I do wrong?
You have to identify yourself.
Robert Durham, University of Georgia, Beta Theta, Auburn University. I've been part of the Hall of Fame committee since the Grand Chapter in 2014 in Nashville, Tennessee. And during that time, we have selected and inducted some amazing individuals into this hall. Captains of industry, athletes, entertainers, artists. I've inducted a brother from my own chapter, which was a tremendous honor. The brother that we're about to induct could surpass all we've ever done. Our third inductee is a real-life American hero. The third and final inductee is Brother Nathan Green Gordon, Gamma Upsilon Chapter, University of Arkansas. American lawyer, politician, decorated naval aviator, and Medal of Honor recipient. Brother Nathan Gordon transferred to the University of Arkansas spring of 1936 when he was offered a football scholarship. He was a key player for the Razorbacks during their 1936 season, their first Southwest Conference championship, and also was a starter in the 1937 season. On May 7, 1938, he was initiated into the Gamma Upsilon chapter of Sigma Nu at the University of Arkansas and was elected eminent commander by his brothers for the 1938-39 year. So he's already been all Southwest Conference and elected commander. In June 1939, he graduated with a law degree and returned home to Morrilton, Arkansas to begin practicing law. Soon thereafter, he enlisted in the United States Navy just months before the United States entered World War II. As a United States naval officer in World War II, he received the U.S. military's highest decoration, the Medal of Honor, for rescuing the crews of several downed airplanes in one day, and was one of the 5 initial inductees into the Arkansas Aviation Hall of Fame. Brother Gordon's Medal of Honor citation reads as follows: for extraordinary heroism above and beyond the call of duty as commander of a Catalina patrol plane and rescuing personnel of the U.S. Army 5th Air Force shot down in combat over Kavieng Harbor in the Bismarck Sea on the 15th of February, 1944. He was on air alert in the vicinity of the V2 Islands. Lieutenant Gordon unhesitatingly responded to a report of the crash and flew boldly into the harbor, defying close-range fire from enemy shore guns to make 3 separate landings. He was flying a seaplane. He landed 3 times, loaded up downed airmen, took off again in full view of the Japanese, and picked up 9 men, several of them injured. With his cumbersome flying boat dangerously overloaded, he made a brilliant takeoff despite heavy swells and almost total absence of wind, and set a course for the base, only to receive the report of another group stranded in a rubber life raft 600 yards from the enemy shore. Promptly turning back, he again risked his life to set his plane down under direct fire of the heaviest defenses of Kavieng Harbor and take aboard 6 more survivors, coolly making his 4th dexterous takeoff with 15 rescued officers and men. By his exceptional daring, personal valor, and incomparable airmanship under most perilous conditions, Lieutenant Gordon prevented certain death or capture of our airmen by the Japanese. Following World War II, Brother Gordon returned home to Arkansas and opened up a law practice with his brother Edward, also an initiate of the Gamma Upsilon chapter. So now he's been an all-conference football player, an eminent commander, Medal of Honor recipient, and now he's setting up a law practice. In 1946, Gordon was elected as the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Arkansas, and was elected for 10 consecutive terms. He served under 4 Arkansas governors. Brother Gordon still holds the record as the longest-serving lieutenant governor in Arkansas's history. Brother Gordon entered the chapter eternal in 2008. Congratulations to Brother Gordon, and for this extraordinary initiate and all our other inductees, let's give them a big hand. If you would like to do some personal research on Brother Gordon, there is a photograph out there that shows this seaplane coming into the harbor at the end with all these people hanging off of it. That's how overloaded this thing was. So congratulations to our new Hall of Fame members. Their names will be added to the cornice in the Hall of Fame inside the Lexington headquarters building. So when you visit Lexington, you go down that hallway and their names will be up there. The success they've enjoyed in their careers will serve as an inspiration to all collegians here and all who visit our headquarters in Lexington, Virginia. Brother Regent, this concludes the Hall of Fame Committee report to the 71st Grand Chapter.